What is the best thing that has ever happened to you for being nice? Several years ago, as my husband and I walked our dog to a nearby park, we would pass a modest house with a boxer in the front yard. Our dog would stop to socialize with the boxer, and eventually, we got to know its owner, a very nice elderly Englishwoman who, it turned out, was a World War II war bride and widow. Few years later, our friend suffered a stroke. As she had no family, she was childless. My husband and I looked after property and visited her as often as possible in the hospital and in rehabilitation. She finally came back home, and we would stop by often to make sure she was doing okay. After a year or so, weakened by her ordeal, she died, and my husband and I arranged for her funeral services. A few weeks later, we received a call from her lawyer, who asked me to go to her house and look for her will. I did, and found it in a lockbox in a closet. We knew she was a strong advocate for animals, so we assumed she had left her assets to appropriate charities. It turns out that initially she had, but after her first stroke, she contacted her lawyer, changed her will, and left us everything. Her house, her bank account, everything. We were flabbergasted. To this day, I am incredibly grateful, but you know what? I wish she were still with us. She taught our autistic son how to tie his shoes, and every time I watch him do so, I think of her and miss her.